Hello again, good friends. Welcome to subscribers. I'm Brian from Apex Detail. I like to keep it fresh and sort of switch things up a bit. Let's get back to polishing and compounds just a little bit here. And I love to introduce and showcase products that can help you guys just starting out expand services from just basic cleanings to maybe one steps or paint enhancements. So we're going to do a few videos here in a row where I showcase products just like that. Let's head out to the shop and get to the first one. Sonax NP 0306 can be found in 8 ounce and 30 ounce. I've seen the 30 ounce available for $36. Prices do vary. This is a nano polish. It is a medium cut which finishes down well. Today we're working on a 1996 Ferrari F355 Spider, single stage yellow, moderate hardness. Now, this thing is weathered, has plenty of scratches and swirls to work on, so we're first going to team it up with an entry-level polisher, 8mm throw, microfiber polish pad, and we're actually going to put a couple different combinations on this car. But before we get started, I know this gentleman uses a lot of wax and quick detailers. We're going to go around it a second time with a body solvent to make sure all of that is removed. So as soon as we place the pad to the paint, we're not wasting any time making a trip around the car, and we can make this quick and effective. As we get a closer look at the 0306, we get no visuals of the abrasives in the formula. It's going to tell us we're not going to have much dusting at all really to deal with. So all we have to look at is work time. Is it user-friendly? Does it wipe off? And is it effective at all in cutting? So I do have a little area, a test area, masked off so we can get a 50-50 shot. And this is what we're starting with right here. We're only going to make one trip around the car and see what we can get with that trip around the car. This is getting traded in, so a budget and the time is not going to be sunk into this. Let me get a measurement. You have a fiberglass hood. We do have some metal here on the headlight cover. We're starting with 6.5 mils. That's total. We don't have to worry about clear coat, but we still do not want to remove a lot of product, a lot of the coating, and the coating is anything on the substrate. And there you have the gloss reading. I'm going to write that down. We'll take measurements after we're done and see what kind of a change we have. So, like I said, I do have a microfiber polishing pad on the entry-level Griot's Garage. That's an 8mm throw. We will be teaming this polish up with various combinations of polishers and pads to see what works best. The polisher speed, third speed setting, mid speed on most of these polishers, and that's what I run most of my polishers on. There's no need to go above that. All you're going to do from there on is raise temperatures on the surface. I also have hardly any pressure whatsoever. When I'm working on the hood or the roof or the trunk, I'm going to use just the weight of the polisher itself, anywhere between 3.5 to 5.5 pounds, depending on the polisher, as the pressure itself, and I'll just guide it from there. Arm speed, same as correction speed, 1 inch every second or two. Okay, that's going to do it. Crisscross pattern, up and down, then left to right. I do want to mention to those new to the channel, those just starting out, just buying a polisher, when you shut it down, leave it on the surface of the car till it's done rotating or oscillating, easier on your machine and pads. No dusting whatsoever, and as you can see here, not much of a problem to remove. I did find that this here 0306 is a little hard to remove on soft clear coats, just a little heads up there. And doesn't provide that bad of gloss. When it comes to cut, pretty much what you would expect for something with fine abrasives. Takes care of the light swirls and love marks, but leaves behind the deeper scratches and etching. But we do have some other combinations coming up, and I do have a feeling we're going to get better results with one or two of those. Stay tuned. Okay, let's redo our readings with the meters and see if the numbers changed at all. And indeed, we see the drop of a tenth of a mil, so it's really not removing that much, and that's what you would expect. And that's what makes an enhancement or a one-step so safe for you guys just starting out or just starting to take care of your own car. When it comes to gloss, that's a nice jump there from 98.9 to 103 GU. So there you go. Let's move to a different part of the car, change up the polisher and the pad. So we'll go to the fender here. As you can see, plenty of swirls and scratches. And now we have a 15 millimeter throw with the Europad 50/50. This has 50% cut fibers, 50% polished fibers. This is the one I'm leaning towards that I think will do the best. I've had a lot of you that keep in contact with me, you know, talk to me and tell me through emails and texts that the 50/50 pad sometimes, depending on the paint, gives you a hard time. I could tell you I have a hard time to help you correct that because I've had some very good results with the pad and very rarely have a problem with it. On softer clear, if you're having some hazing problem with this 50/50 pad, switch to a lighter polish or even a finishing pad like a blue one or even the black application pad, and it will remove that. I've had some questions on the gloss meter, and we will get to that. I want to kind of compare two types of meters: the meter that I've shown you the last few videos, and then another meter I want to compare it to and introduce you to. The difference between the two: one just reads gloss and has one angle of measurement that's 60 degrees. There are gloss meters that give you two more angles of measurement and also will add clarity, depth clarity. There's a difference between gloss and clarity, and we will get into that. I will designate a full video and take my time on both of those, compare them, and show you how to use them and how to benefit from them. As I bring you in close, you will indeed see that this is probably going to be the best combination for this paint. And usually for me, when I'm doing an enhancement or a one-step, it's this pad with a 15 millimeter throw is usually going to be one of the better combinations, along with one coming up very soon that you can pick from for that type of work. Next, test area, passenger rear quarter panel. We have plenty of scratches and love marks back here. And this is another combination. You know, I love the Rotary. This little 550 here has been fantastic. It doesn't matter what size backing plate or pad I have on. Right now, I have attached the Lake Country. This is the hybrid wool/foam pad. And it is a fantastic enhancement or one-step pad to combine with the Rotary, and it's fun to use. Smooth ride across the panel, easy on your hands, no vibration like a dual action polisher. Grab some test panels from a local body shop, as I mention often. Grab a Rotary, get used to using it, and you will be very satisfied with the results. That's going to do it. No dusting, even with the Rotary. You can see how easy it is removing the residue. And I'll bring you in close for a look at the turnaround we have on this little area. Another great combination for one-step or enhancements. Also fantastic when using it with my 2-inch pneumatic polisher. and a foam polishing pad 2" as well. You can get these, you can order them special made and cut at 2", buffdaddy.com and a few other places. Or you can trace the backing plate, stamp out your own. If you have a 5 or a 6" foam pad or microfiber pad, you could get 6 or 7 little 2" pads from that. Also works just fine with the little Rotary extension nano polisher. Here I'm using the 3" polisher to get into the tighter areas. You could use the DA or Rotary with the 3" backing plate. I have it teamed up with the Eurofiber 50/50 3" pad. They make 2 all the way up to, I believe, 6, 6.5" and everything in between. So after all the testing here, I decided to grab the 15mm throw, attach the Eurofiber 50/50 pad, and make a trip around the car. These are the results with the Sonax Profiline 0306 Nano Polish. For the final thought segment of the video, the Sonax 0306. It truly isn't my favorite out of all of the Sonax correction system I've shown you so far. I enjoy the cut max, I enjoy the cut and finish, I enjoy the perfect finish. The 0406, the 0306, you can leave those on the shelf if it were up to me. I will put a link down below if you want to look into it a little bit further. But this is yet another product to add to the list that you can look into in case you want to start expanding services from a basic wash or basic cleaning and start to work on paint a little bit, to enhance it, to do a one-step. And for that, you would only need an entry-level polisher with just an 8mm throw, and you're on your way. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Brian from Apex Detail. Catch you in the next video.